EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown L.A. at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Chargers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This is taken near the 13. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Let's go. Cluster. Watch the shift. Out. Q. Hey. High 7. Wait, 80 high.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Good night, baby.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Switch. Quick edge. Go. Tighten up. Run 80. Hey, Delta. Mike 55.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Just like that. Back. Q. Check. Keep it skinny. Check 31.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Wait, 80 high.
Now Rivers finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Now Gordon on 1st down. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check hot route.
To throw is Rivers. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, They're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, Delta! 5.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And that is no good. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at about the 32. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down. 57. 58. Come on. It's a party now. And go.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Dancing to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still... A nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Let's go, G. Let's go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson on the right side. This is Miller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Back to throw, Watson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Austin Seferian-Jenkins. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Rivers looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, go orange. Orange. Go.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Exit.
Cluster.
55, Mike 55.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Shit. Protein spill. Orange 5-4. Hey, Delta.
55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Red.
Get this ball back. Put on.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And it's third and short.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's third and 1.
We own them. Check. Cross.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. After 7-0 on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2, as they've got it with a first and 10. A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams, an 8:20 kickoff east. They've got his man, complete! And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a first and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Left.
Off the play fake here. Rivers. He'll have a first down past the 40. Wide open. It's Allen complete. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Red Delta!
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Watch out. Check 20.
Go orange.
A first down throw here for Rivers. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They just got that play off. Now Rivers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Easy.
From the gun, Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 24 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rivers now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down.
Hey, orbit. Load it. Cluster.
Check.
White.
Play action now. Rivers. Green with a catch left side. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Virgil Green, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Following following the touchdown. Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On first down, Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Watson in the offense going to come up first and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Watson going to give this one to Miller. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Watson. And he whips that one incomplete there. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Watson. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down of the process.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
31's the mic. You gonna get this one? You think you gonna get this?
A shotgun snap for Watson. To the right side, complete to Miller. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
17 yards. And the Texans.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Watson. Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it. But I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 4-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Run 80. Let's go, we got this.
Slam, slam, slam.
the gun. Rivers. And to the right side here, it's Allen. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Rivers. And that will be incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Strong left. Watch the right. Hey, 31. Hey, we got to stand up.
Throwing again is Watson. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
First down, Texans.
Watson now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Rivers to throw this time. Going deep for Benjamin. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, LA. Travis Benjamin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
65.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Second half begins with a run from Miller. And an alley to run. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is... The pick up there and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First down, Houston.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A first down carry now for Miller. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down.
59. 57's the mark. 57's the mark.
Here's Watson, operating from the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it's going to be second down. Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. This is caught. 27 yards there, a first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
What is that? 19! 19-4! Shine him up!
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
This is caught. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They come out here in the eye. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? A give, the first man through, Gillespie of the fullback. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans will extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up first and 10 at their own 22.
Keep it skinny!
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On second down now, it's Gordon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Load it! Load it! Hey, Rocket! Hey! Wahoo!
On third down, Rivers. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The sack there by J.J. Watt. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Texans will take over with a first and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. From the gun, Watson is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. The Texans send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
Done. 390.
Get in the weight room.
Red Delta.
Everyone, 37's the
Hey, Zoo.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the buses.
Out of his end zone, Rivers. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And they'll get him down up past the 15. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great work.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move, but couldn't free much space. Aaron Colvin there to make the tackle.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Phillip Rivers, no stranger to fourth-quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hey, Delta!
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rivers. Hunter Henry brings it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's first and 10 up at the 46.
He's checking.
Left.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Set, hut. Pittsburgh.
Oh, you got deep?
Big Ed.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So a first and 10 now in Houston territory. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Rivers now from the 50. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
17 yards on the play. It's now third down.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down.
It's going to be a long day.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Rivers to throw for it on fourth. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this Texans defense stands tall. Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their 36-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ballgame. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
They're 180, 390.
Mike, quit talking about it and bring it. 50 foot.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers going deep here for Allen. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To the air again here, Rivers. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rivers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready! Block 11! Check.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Play fake. Rivers. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Benardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. One last shot now for Rivers. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much